Leukemia Lymphoma Society. I had originally been approached by a few people a few years about running, and of course every year I pick one organization to put everything behind, but this year was kind of special. I posted on Facebook a picture of myself and my daughter Hope, who's 3 years old, and we were at Chuck E. Cheese, and it was a really teeny tiny little car she wanted to ride in over and over and over again. I was delighted to ride in this teeny tiny car with her, but my husband walked by and I said, hey, snap a quick pic, because my legs were shooting out of it, my arms were shooting out of it, I was completely uncomfortable, but having a great time. But I made a frowny face as if I can't believe my kid wants to ride this uncomfortable Chuck E. Cheese car over and over again. I posted it. It did really well, resonated with a lot of people. And it was meant to be a fun post. However, at the bottom of the post was someone who wrote, what I wouldn't give to have one more day with my daughter, and I would at least, I can't believe parents can at least pretend to enjoy the moments that they have with their children. Oh my gosh. So I wrote this lady back. Her name was Jessica Steele, and she couldn't be here tonight because she's feeling ill, but she will be at the finale and has been at a lot of events. And I was like, listen, we were having a great time. It was all meant in jest for those moments when you're having fun but frustrated as a parent, but you know what you've got. You're very appreciative, and it was a joke, and please, I would like to know what happened to you. And she said, well, my 9-year-old daughter in 2012 passed away from leukemia. And I told her, wow, I've been thinking about running for Woman of the Year. I've been talking to those folks out there. You know what I would love to meet you guys and have the conversation about what happened. And so, just off of Facebook, I went to dinner with Jessica Steele and her husband, Ron, and Julie's. And I saw picture after picture of this beautiful little 9-year-old girl who was full of life, dressed up in costumes and liked to dance, and just had a smile that resonated for days. And they told me the story how she fought, and it was almost less than a year that she fought, and then she was in remission. And then, only weeks later it came back. And in October of 2012, she lost her battle with leukemia. And that's when I knew this is the moment I need to make a difference. I told them, as Leukemia Lymphoma Society is so generous to offer incentives, they said, you know what, when you hit $50,000 that you raise, you get to name a research grant after somebody. So I told them, you know what, let's do this for Alexis. Let's make sure everybody sees that smile for days and days and days. Let's tell her story. Let's make sure that nobody else has to go through what you guys went through. And we're going to raise $50,000 at least. And I would like to name that grant after Alexis Steele. After that, we went and visited. I got to visit Alexis's room. I got to see all the stories and hear more about her. And it's been quite an adventure with Jessica and Ron as I've been able to take them on Channel 12. I see them here. Thank you so much for putting them on SA Live and promoting what we're going through, and Sinclair as well, and Channel 5. Everybody, the media has been so fantastic to be able to help me make Alexis Steele's story live on. So Alexis is not gone. She is living on today, and she's not only living on today, she's saving lives. She is saving lives by helping me tell her story to so many out there and bringing you guys here together for an amazing cause like the Leukemia Lymphoma Society to make a great difference. So I couldn't ask for more, and I appreciate you guys all being here. By the way, we are selling shirts out there for $30 before anyone leaves if you haven't found something. When Alexis was going through chemotherapy in the hospital, her and her grandmother would draw all the time, and the image on the front of the shirt there is one Alexis drew. So that is art by Alexis. The entire amount of $30 goes straight to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society because it's completely underwritten as well. So check out the shirts on your way out. But now I'm going to introduce Mr. David Holmes, who is CEO of Santico Theater.
Well, thank you very much, April. I have the world's shortest presentation, but let me start off by saying I don't know about you guys, but I think that's the next Woman of the Year. Huh? Am I right? Thank you for being here so much. Well, April is exactly right. When we were given the opportunity to host this event, we did indeed leap at the opportunity. It is always so wonderful to see someone who is so willing to give their time and their energy and their good name to a cause like the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Those of you who know the Santikos story know that when Mr. Santikos passed away, he actually designated his entire enterprise to be a charitable organization. Everything that we take in at the theaters winds up going right back into our community. Yeah, and one of the major organizations that we support is indeed this one. So it's a natural fit for us to host this. We hope you're having a great time, and we encourage you to participate and fully embrace our new Woman of the Year. So with that, I want to introduce Jessica D'Souza.
Every year across the country, business and community leaders join together and engage in a competition called the Man and Woman of the Year campaign. And these candidates run for 10 weeks. Here in San Antonio, our campaign started on March 31st. It ends on June 10th, just 1.5 weeks from tonight. The candidate who raises the most money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is named the Man and Woman of the Year at our grand finale gala that we have on June 10th. So April is running for Woman of the Year, like she said, and raising money for LLS. And we so appreciate April and everything she's doing for LLS and all the support she is giving too. So we appreciate everything she's doing. In San Antonio, the Man and Woman of the Year campaign has raised almost $4 million in the last 7 years. And so our candidates are amazing groups of people every year that we have that are offering so much support and raising awareness for LLS. Locally, last year, LLS did over $1 million in patient assistance. So that's offering copay assistance to those patients who cannot afford their drugs they need to stay alive, who can't afford their hospital bills. We also spend a lot on research because blood cancer is one thing that you cannot detect, you cannot prevent, and so we spend a lot of money in blood cancer research. And so last year alone we did just over $69 million in blood cancer research across the country. And so amazing things are coming out of that. There's lots of great things happening, and we fully believe that one day there will be a cure.
But I would like to also thank Christina Santallan? I'd like to thank her.
Lady in the red dress.
Right there. Thank you. And Danielle Gunter and the SAS group for putting this all together. This is sort of outside of what they normally do. They handle scholarships for kids yearly, and it's an amazing program, but they sort of stepped outside what they normally do to help me out on this special occasion. So please help me give them a round of applause, because that auction is awesome. It is awesome. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much.
She's going for $50,000. I know you're going to raise more than that.
No, yes, we're just going for whatever we can do. The more the better.
What a great story.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, April.
Bye.
Thank you, San Antonio, for opening up your hearts.